If you have teenagers, you know it's not easy to get them to behave the way you would like them.
But there are some answers to that age-old parenting problem. Janet Edgette has a new book out. It's called Stop Negotiating with Your Teen. Well, how else are you going to deal with them? I mean, you don't want to play let's make a deal?
Yeah.
That's not right.
No, you know, there are some teenagers when they're making good choices, they're doing their jobs, they're part of the family, they're civilized, and they're a pleasure to be with. You can negotiate. They come to the table with everyone.
Where are those?
I haven't found them. I hear there are a couple. But these kids, these are different kids. These are kids who bully their parents into not parenting them. They intimidate them into being silent. They hold the parent hostage to wanting to keep the peace.
Yeah, there's a tendency. Why, you know, why
So
start
what
a
should
war?
you do with that type of child?
Yeah.
With that type of teenager, it's even more important that you stay firm, you stand your ground, and you orchestrate situations so that the teenager is the one who takes the hit for his or her choices. The problem is you have, for instance, a teenager who's asked to get a summer job, doesn't get a summer job, and then all summer long the parent is driving the teenager around to the video store and the pool or the friends' houses and this and that, or a kid who doesn't do the homework, and the parent ends up doing the homework at midnight the night before, these kinds of things. Kid doesn't help around mealtime, and instead of holding the kid accountable for that, the parent says, "What would you like for breakfast, sweetheart?" These kinds of things. The parent needs to say, you can't do that anymore, and this is what I'm prepared to do if you make the choice not to.
So this really isn't a book for how to deal with the teenager. This is for how to parent dealing with the child.
Well, the teenager doesn't think he has a problem.
Right.
Teenager thinks everything's fine.
Well, I'm going to leave if you keep cracking down. I'm 16 years old. I'm an adult. I'm mature, and you're treating me like a kid.
That's right. And as long as you make those kinds of choices, I need to. That's what I would say. I would say I would love to treat you more like an adult. Believe me. But I can as long as you make those kinds of choices. If you decide to do that, this is what Dad and I, or Mom and I, are prepared to do. It scares me. I wish you wouldn't. I wish I could have you not. But I realize that I can't control you. I can only try and influence you.
I remember the Cosby line when he was talking to his son, as long as you live in my house, under my roof, you're going to follow my rules. Is that a wrong thing to say to your son?
No, I think it's important to say that, but the parent needs to be able to back it up. Too often the kid's able to say, well, that's nice, see you later, I'm out the door, where are the keys? And the parent gives the car keys because they don't want to have a fight, or they think it'll make the kid more belligerent, or you know, it'll be more of a problem. Or the parent is worried about the effect on the other siblings, the other kids in the family, and so they want to say, okay, we'll let it go just this time. But it's been 10 years of just letting it go that one time.
And it's a bad example to the other children.
It's a very bad example.
But what's important, too, both parents have to be in agreement, because this kid will play one off.
They'll work the gap beautifully. Absolutely.
Right. It's interesting that you're writing this, Stop Negotiating with Your Teen. Your 3 little boys are little boys. So why did you take on the teenage years?
Well, I see a lot of these families in my practice and in my lecturing and working with clients. I see families like this over and over and over again, where the parents throw up their hands. They don't know how to influence their teenager anymore, and they're frightened.
Yeah.
And I encourage them to tell their kid to speak very candidly about their fear and their worry about losing them, and also how to help them be able to stand firm and stand their ground, and encourage the kid to make better choices, but understand that it's up to the kid, and if the kid doesn't, they have something in place where the kid feels the consequence.
After what age have you just lost the battle?
I say never, but it does get harder, because it's never too late to speak one's heart.
Thank you very much.
It's a pleasure to meet you. The name of the book is
Stop Negotiating with Your Teen, Strategies for Parenting Your Angry, Manipulative, Moody, or Depressed Adolescent.
Got that?
Boy, I kick him out.
I think it was Bill Cosby who also said humans are the only animals that take their children back.
That's right.
When we come back.